issues.
How about workforce problems? Do you see any problems there or not?
We have some, we're doing a better job. One of the things we do have to offer is a workforce training program initiative that it's a quick start program. And we actually sold that, if you will, to the German and Austrian companies because some of them weren't as aware of it. And that's a way that they can come in and as they're growing in the United States and need to grow and want to grow, and frankly they like the Atlanta base, but they're saying how can I find skilled workers? And some of them are in the technical field, some of them are in the they don't have to have a university degree, so our technical colleges are helpful, but the Quick Start program is a way that they can quickly get workers up to speed and trained, and that's what they need. And we don't have the union system that layers in an extra layer of cost to a company like you find in other areas of the United States. So,
Wayne, how do you feel about the workforce issue?
I think we definitely have workforce issues here. We've made a lot of progress in a number of areas, but workforce development and a prepared workforce is the only way that we're going to be able to compete in the global economy. It is no longer a factor that you can look for cheap labor and solve your problem. You have to have a trained and educated workforce. And to that end, I think we've got to look at what's being done around the rest of the world and see if there are lessons that we can learn, that we can bring back home, and we can do more to develop our workforce. In fact, one of the things that came out of a discussion we had earlier this week with leading CEOs who are CEOs of companies that function all over the world is their relative cost in training workforce members here versus their cost in training their workforce members in other locations. We've got to look at those factors. Does it cost a company more to train its workforce once it gets here or versus in another location? Because those are the kinds of issues that keep us competitive and keep us in a position that we can compete in this economy.
another point that we heard from everybody was, and which is not a state issue, but it's the visas. We need help we need our state leadership to lobby on the visa issue as it relates to very skilled workers. There's a number of different classifications of visas, but they need to bring some German skilled workers, engineers, for example, here who can stay for an extended period of time on a H-1B type of visa or an L visa, and to make it easier to get the visa issued more quickly, so that they can then bring those engineers here to train the workforce that we have. And if we can't get those people trained, then they won't expand the factories here in Georgia, and they'll not choose Georgia versus Texas, they'll choose Georgia versus some other area of the world.